Does it excite you? Does it stress you out a little bit having so many people fighting for starting job as linebacker, or is it just sort of part of the training camp?
It would stress me out a lot more if we didn't have anybody.
Yeah.
You know, I love the fact that 3-4 guys are fighting for the job, and that's a credit to these guys for getting ready. And you know, that makes me happy because that means we're going to build depth. The more reps these guys get, the more depth we're going to have.
Where do you made a point of saying Brightwell did some good things?
He's active. He's an active player. He's a guy that maybe on the production sheet, look at some tackles, he's making some plays, but he's disruptive. So he may not be making the tackle, but he's taking on 3 guys and letting other guys go make plays. And that stuff doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Quentin Morgenis is one of those guys too. They're disruptive, they're active, they bring energy, they bring physicality, and they somehow always end up in the opposing team's backfield, which is something you need. So those guys are going to have to continue to build on the role that they've got right now, and they're going to have to play for it.
Is Morgenis working in multiple positions?
Right now, the mic. Yep.
Where do you think the whole group has to improve on from last year to this year? I mean, when you looked at the film, what really stood out to you? Something you guys, okay, we need to improve on that.
I think it's being active and disruptive. You know, not just being out there and wearing your jersey. It's one thing to be out there and doing your job, but that doesn't win ACC championships. That obviously keeps you in games. But we got to be producers. We got to be game changers, and we got to have the ability to be out there. And all 3 of us, you know, we have to walk out of a game and say, I felt those linebackers. You know, whether it be on the stat sheet or not, we've got to be disruptive and we got to be making more plays around the football.
Sean and Elijah, maybe Celine too, played some special teams last year. How does that experience help prepare those guys this year? And do you see some younger guys that you think could do the same thing this year looking forward to next year?
I think it's about the speed of the game. You know, even on special teams. Obviously, if they're running down on coverage units, that's defense. That is defense, obviously on the move and in open space. So just live bullets, being out there when it really matters, not just being on the field. Oops, I make the mistake in practice. Okay, I get yelled at, but during game day, the pressure's on. So just feeling that pressure, whatever situation it would be, whether it be field goal block, obviously punt return. So that's huge for those guys to be out there with those fans and feel the environment. So I think it only helps those guys.
Did Bam strictly start?
All those guys can play all those
But in
positions.
practice, is he moving around?
He's moving around, yep.
Final question for Coach Harley.
What kind of leadership are you getting from Galambos when he's obviously been through a lot with this program?
You know, really those 3 seniors. You know, singling out Galambos, he's been unbelievable. He's like having another coach in that room. But those seniors have been through a long time here. You know, obviously not all the years with us, but in Galambos and Caprera and Bam Bradley, those guys are what great kids and what great human beings, number one, which makes my job really easy because I don't have to constantly check them. They're checking the young guys for me, making sure they understand, those young guys understand the standard that they've set. And obviously Galambos at that mic spot, you know, he's really learned to be a lot more vocal, which is huge for him because that's not been his MO in the past, and he's kind of come out of his shell a little bit, and it's really helped our defense. It's only to make us better.